Okay, so finally, the Northern Territory is now open for applications for the 491 visa only, but there's some pretty good changes. Now, if you're a Northern Territory graduate and you hold a 485 visa, which expires after the 1st of July 2024, you will not be eligible for nomination this program year. However, if you lived in the Northern Territory for the past 12 months and you're not working in your nominated occupation, you can still be considered for nomination, as long as you're working in one of the critical sectors, so health, aged care, disabled care, education, childcare, and hospitality. This is what you need to be looking at here. So that's super cool because a lot of people would qualify under that stream. So for example, if you had a skills assessment as an accountant, you've been living there for the past 12 months and you've been working in aged care, maybe working as a disability support worker or even a personal care assistant, it looks like that you can be eligible. So if that's you, I'd definitely be looking at applying as soon as possible. Okay, this has been happening more and more frequently, so you need to share this with your family and friends. A lot of graduates in Australia are applying for the wrong 485 visa. And this is a really big problem because once that 485 visa is granted, and if it's the wrong one, you can't change the stream. So some people are getting 18 months instead of the 3 years or 4 years or 5 years that they're supposed to get because they've applied under the wrong stream. So check out the requirements here for each stream on the screen here. Even better, if you're unsure, make sure you get the right migration or legal advice so you don't make this mistake. A lot of people don't know this, but this condition 8515 can apply to a lot of people, especially those visas who are lodged offshore. This condition does not let the visa applicants enter into a de facto relationship or get married before they first enter Australia. The reason for that is because when you first enter Australia is actually when you first trigger that visa. So if you get married and change your situation before you even come to Australia and trigger that visa, means your conditions have changed and you've actually affected your eligibility for this visa. So we once had this client who was part of her parents' 186 direct entry visa and she was an adult dependent. The visa was granted for her whole family and before she even came to Australia, she got married. What changed there is that she got married, and when you get married, you're no longer considered a part of the family. You're no longer considered a dependent. Then later, when she was in Australia, she tried to apply for an offshore partner visa for her husband. This actually triggered a notice of intention to cancel her visa for breaching her visa condition. We acted on her behalf to respond to the case officer. We had to put in a submission and provide reasons as to why her visa should not be cancelled. For example, how it was an honest mistake, and to provide these compelling reasons. So when you are granted, do definitely check the conditions on that visa, especially for offshore applications.